Exclusive boy Geezy, back at it, made a reaction. This time we got the satisfying downfall of DJ Akademiks, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, DJ Akademiks been in the heat lately. I think we're talking crazy in the chat with a 15-year-old. I don't know the details about it, so we're going to tap in and see what's going on. Make sure y'all like, comment, got more content. Without further ado, let's get straight to it.
Recently, DJ Akademiks was just hit with some disturbing allegations that could ruin his career. Throughout his entire career, he has been one of the most controversial figures in hip-hop, but fans are starting to notice a pattern. From strange comments about young girls to a literal...
Wow, that tweet is crazy. Wow.
Case, these recent allegations could be the final nail in the coffin for Ak. And to understand just how controversial DJ Akademiks is, along with his strange history of inappropriate behavior, we have to go back to the beginning. DJ Akademiks began his career in 2012 after posting on hip-hop forums all the time. Also, his real name is Livingston Allen, and I just thought that was kind of funny. It's really fancy for whatever reason. But anyways, in 2012, he started the DJ Akademiks YouTube channel where he was posting vids of him DJing, doing interviews, and talking about his opinions on rap. Eventually, this led him to covering hip-hop news, which is what he's mostly known for. In 2014, he started one of his biggest ventures, and that was his channel called The War in Chirac. This channel was all about drill art.
If y'all know about The War in Chirac, y'all know how legendary his videos was, and it's like, he used to be saying some wild stuff on that vid. If you know, you know.
And gang stuff and covering everything that was going on in Chicago. In the first 2 years of covering this stuff, he gained over 250,000 subscribers and over 90 million views. This channel was by far his most successful at that time, but it was also very controversial. A lot of people, especially artists from Chicago and a lot of viewers, suggested that by covering these things, he was instigating even more violence, especially with how casually he would talk about and joke about all of the death and tragedy that was happening. Eventually, later on in his career, he got a spot as a host on...
Really, him making Complex was the first time I ever saw him in real life. Like, I never knew who that was behind that page until he got on Complex and Joe Budden and him. And I remember when he had Preston, I forgot his name. Vince had Preston, whatever.
Like his everyday struggle, where Vic Mensa confronted him about this.
So many people outside the culture of Chicago, they hyped up the music, not knowing that real lives were being affected, deaths and other type of madness happened within the music, and the music was a real life depiction of that. Like, how did you feel about it?
I wanted to slap you in your face, honestly. And I'm just seeing you here, so I'm like, this is a tame environment, so I would keep it to my words, but I really felt as if people exactly like you sensationalized and made a following off of clowning situations that we go through in real life. And I think, you know, niggas ain't had no right. You know, you specifically, like, you ain't never have a right. Like, whatever made you feel like you had a space to have a perspective on our people dying on a daily basis?
Yeah, when he came out with this, I'm like, yeah, niggas finally caught up on him, I ain't gonna lie. And I think once Ak got this moment, after that, he moved totally different. He wasn't accessible like he used to. He wasn't open. He wasn't interviewing anybody. He definitely fixed up after this happened on the airways.
Ak tried saying that he was giving a different perspective and showing people how serious drill was, even suggesting that he was being constructive. But Vic countered by saying that Ak was literally making jokes about his friends who passed away.
You're not being constructive about making jokes, bro. Ain't nothing funny about niggas dying, bro.
Chicago. There have also been other artists like Sakana Breezy who have commented on how they didn't like Ak's coverage of Chicago gang culture. On the other hand, though, there have been artists like Chief Keef who thought Ak was cool. So this wasn't some career-ending controversy, but it's not the greatest kickstart to your career. And most recently, a couple years ago, Andrew Callahan made a video discussing how platforms promote this cycle of violence by covering these things, and asked Ak if he could go back, would he still make this channel?
He would.
If you could go back in time, would you make War in Chirac again?
You know, I've grown. Was it appropriate? Probably wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't do it again just because.
This cap, I don't believe him.
I think we're dealing with mental illness.
He made too much money and he got too big up there.
In Chicago. And when you see people are kids, these people who are doing murders, like Ronald Number 9 was like 17, doing drills and all that type of shit, it's easy to be outraged and also say, damn, how could you guys take a life so easily? But also you got to think about the cycle of mental issues that they're having, the trauma that they're suppressing.
But like I said, this was just DJ Akademiks' entrance into the music industry, and he had many more controversies to come. He continued posting on his DJ Akademiks channel, mostly covering news, and like I said, he got on Everyday Struggle. With his platform being much bigger and his tendency to talk shit, Ak was frequently getting into more and more controversies as he grew. Like I said, throughout his whole career, he's always been in some type of controversy, but nothing has been big enough to take him down. He had problems with Lil Tracy. He said he can't listen to gay artists because he thinks it's weird, and eventually he got kicked off Complex. The reason he got kicked off Complex is because of the comments he made about Chrissy Teigen, where he called her a bitch multiple times. This also got his Twitch account temporarily banned. He even admitted to calling the police on Meek Mill when they had beef back in the day.
Because right now, like, when you say green lighting, I send that to the police. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, yo, you're greenlit.
Funny, bro.
Wait, Meek Mill just told me in front of the world I'm greenlit? Okay, here's the cops. Hey, Meek Mill, that's his account, that's his people. He said I'm greenlit.
Wow.
Are you dumb?
Him and rapper Freddie Gibbs have had an extensive history of beef over the years, which started in part because Ak said that Freddie is irrelevant because of his first week sales. This is another thing that Ak gets in trouble a lot for, which is when he talks shit about artists and always talking about their sales, which is obviously bound to get on another artist's nerves. Akademiks has never been shy to speak his mind, especially since he does a lot of drunk streams where he's always got a bottle of Henny on deck. And that's why a lot of his fans have liked him, because he isn't afraid to speak his mind. But at the same time, obviously it's bound to cause some problems. During his beef with Freddie Gibbs, there was a ton of...
Don't let them people in that chat get you crossed out, gang. Like, they tell you what to say in the comfort of their crib. Don't forget, you still gotta live your life after you done already said what you done said about these people, man. You ain't thinking.
Where the entire internet was clowning on DJ Akademiks, like when Freddie Gibbs released this hilarious merch of DJ Akademiks, and he also dissed Ak in a freestyle.
Niggas ain't fucking with me. When I catch Akademiks, I'ma squeeze them titties. Nigga, I'ma squeeze your breasts. Nigga, let the tips hit your chest.
Freddie's also dissed him in some songs, and their beef has been nothing short of entertaining. Ak also decided to talk about Freddie's ex-girlfriend and his soon-to-be child, and was saying some really weird, like somewhat sexual stuff because she did porn. And he also called her and asked to buy the rights to Freddie's kid.
Freddie, what you didn't know and you're gonna hear her admit is that when she hit me up, which was about 4 months ago, your child was already 2 months cooking in that belly. When she appeared on Adam 22 Plug Talk, your child was a little bit more than baby batter at that point. That's Freddie Jr. in that gut. When she wanted to link with me, this might sound crazy, but I hope you understand the grace I have extended you. I would have been rubbing that belly. I bought a stethoscope off Amazon. I was going to have a stethoscope in my ear and have the joint on her gut. $10,000 to have the name and rights to Freddie Jr.'s child. $10,000 to do this.
Akademiks also inspired a lot of hate against Megan Thee Stallion, claiming that she was lying about what Tory Lanez did to her. And honestly, I could list like 100 different people that Ak has said something crazy to. So because of all of these things throughout his career, it's likely that a lot of hip-hop fans have been waiting for his downfall for some time now. One of Ak's most recent controversies has been his extremely biased coverage of the Drake and Kendrick beef. And this is important because later in the video, he uses this as a defense, so keep this in mind. It got to the point where people were accusing Ak of being paid off, with even Kendrick Lamar himself calling out DJ Akademiks, saying that he was compromised. The whole time, Akademiks was claiming to have inside info from Drake and was running an entire smear campaign against Kendrick Lamar and his fans. His journalism in general has been really bad lately, especially
if y'all go and look up DJ Akademiks, They Not Like Us reaction, he definitely was holding back on how raw that song was. He was not trying to like give a real reaction and really give Kendrick props on how good that song was. Y'all go look that up. DJ Akademiks, They Not Like Us reaction. He couldn't believe how hard that song was. He kept playing it back. Y'all go look that up if y'all ain't see that.
Campaign against Kendrick Lamar and his fans. His journalism in general has been really bad lately, especially on his Twitter page, Akademiks TV. For example, he posted this video of Ice Cube talking about his meeting with Trump in 2020 and said that it was from 2024 and that Cube was talking bad about Kamala. We'll talk more about this Twitter page here in a minute, but I want to make you guys aware that he very frequently will lie or just completely post misinformation on this page. And I'm not saying that he's the one who's running it, that's most likely not the case, but he's still the owner of it, which isn't a good thing. On top of this, this, DJ Akademiks has been sponsored by Stake, the online casino, which has also sponsored Drake. He's been promoting this on all of his posts, and promoting gambling in general is very controversial. Half of his posts on Twitter get community noted for this, since it's against Twitter's terms of service. I actually covered this in a video I made about Drake's relationship with Stake, and I mentioned Ak's involvement, and Akademiks reacted to this video and claimed that he has no involvement with Stake. He said he doesn't promote it and that he has no idea what I'm talking about. It seems like everyone on the internet is promoting gambling. From the biggest pop stars like Drake to journalists / commentators like DJ Akademiks. But
what? How am I promoting gambling? I have no affiliation with any gambling company.
However, I thought this was really funny because Akademiks owns the Akademiks TV Twitter page, like I mentioned earlier, as they state in their bio. You know what else they state in their bio? It's that they are sponsored by Stake. Like I said, I'm not sure if he actively runs this page, but he's definitely making money from it. So the whole gist of what I'm trying to say here is that Akademiks is a proven liar, and he's willing to spread misinformation or manipulate things in a way that fits him better. And a lot of people...
That's all media outlets though. They don't really be having facts. They just say whatever sound good that people believe. I ain't gonna lie.
Are generally in agreement with him will just follow along. While all of this stuff is controversial, none of it was substantial enough to take him down. Sure, he was making light of death and promoting gang violence, or bullying other artists and shit-talking people, or lying and spreading misinformation online. But none of this was like illegal or super terrible. However, recently Akademiks took things way too far, and people are starting to realize that he has a much darker and disgusting side to him. In 2024, following all of the PDF file accusations and the Drake beef, Akademiks himself was hit with a lawsuit accusing him of... It was filed by a girl named Zaya who said she met Ak online in 2021 and dated him for a while. She claimed that in 2022, after being invited to his New Jersey home, she was drugged, assaulted, and raped by 2 of Akademiks' friends. She also claimed that when she woke up, Akademiks was there.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not gonna stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, Akademiks. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought. Like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too.
On the flip side, Ak claimed that after the police came by his house because of this, he checked the cameras and said his friends were getting with her.
I'm like, son, don't sound right. I go on my camera. I go to my DVR.
He's lying. He's stuttering.
I go on my camera. I go to my DVR. I'm looking what's going on. Gang, this is facts, and I'm not trying to make her look crazy, and I'm not trying to put her in no type of weird position. This is reality. Brother, this is a girl who I've been dealing with for like 2 years on and off. We were not steadily, like, we were like, you know, hang out, not really hang out, not really hang out. That type of shit. You feel me? She's actually like a really good girl. Like, she's a girl who kind of gives like really nice energy, like not one of them like sexy red type turns, like not to disrespect her either. When I look at my camera in the morning, gang, the shorty was getting like, I don't even like, she was getting trained by my 2 mans. Like, on my pool deck the night before when I'm sleeping. I'm dead ass, this is what happened.
Of course, this is different from the girl's account who said that Ak was there too. So far, nothing else has come out about this, and Ak hasn't publicly commented to any news outlets. However, after all of this came out, he went on stream to address it and said some really weird, cryptic stuff about taking the industry down with him.
Again, I can't talk about it too much just because I've paid lawyers to handle court. And these people who are coming at me are hoping that I f that up by handling it on social media. The police wants nothing to do with this. They're saying there is no crime. The cops have said, peace. There ain't no crime that we could prove. That's what they've said. We're out of this. Let me tell you this about everybody in the industry. I'm going to tell y'all all this right now. If Ak ever goes down, y'all all go down with me. Because I hold no secrets for nobody.
Which is really strange because I don't even think he outright denied it. And while nothing came of this legally speaking,
that's a dangerous nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
It definitely created a pattern. There's been this pattern developing with DJ Akademiks I haven't touched on yet, but he has frequently shown weird behavior to women and minors. I left this out earlier, but there was also a video of DJ Akademiks screaming at his girlfriend at the mall, getting up in her face, pushing her, grabbing her, and a bunch of stuff like that. Ak responded to this saying, "I was breaking up a fight. My girl was drunk and being aggressive with other women because they were coming to me in a party taking pics. One of the girls swung on her, and that's where this video starts. I'm trying to get women to chill out, but they ain't listening. They fighting over pics and shit." And if you thought this was bad, in 2022, Akademiks said that the youngest girl he would sleep with is a 17-year-old.
Wow.
And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted.
He's saying it's just so loose. That's how I know he really doing this.
This rule, which I think it was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as the chick got a college ID, she's getting f***ed. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's gonna get this dick.
Like I said, this was 2022, making Ak like 32 or 33, which is just insane. And sure, maybe he was referencing back when he was in college, like this was his mindset back in the day, but that's still wrong. And of course, you can't forget in 2018 when he said, "Bad baby got mad titties for a 15-year-old. He was 26 at the time of this tweet, and I know a lot of people said it was a hacker. Very possible, but you know, Akademiks, it could be real. And of course, you can't forget this classic post about Kylie Jenner where he said, "Broskies, OnlyFans, Kylie Jenner just gave us fat material for a whole week. Is
I
she the
remember
bad
seeing that law. I was like, wow, he's bugging.
game right now?" And if you say no, name who is. This one isn't as
Creepy.
It's just weird. It's this pattern of weird sexual behavior that he's been demonstrating over his whole career. And with the most recent allegations that have come out against DJ Akademiks, people are really starting to realize what kind of person he actually is. Most recently, DJ Akademiks has been hit with allegations of grooming because of a Discord call he was in with a 15-year-old boy. The kid in question was a mod in Blackboy Max's chat named Noor. Max is a streamer, and him and Ak have collaborated. So it makes sense why Ak may know who Noor is.
A kid I basically view as my little brother. You feel me? Noor, he's a Palestinian refugee. For anyone that doesn't understand, he's a Palestinian refugee. He lives in Malaysia. He doesn't speak Malay. He lost his mother. I've known him for like 2 years now. He's gone through a lot. He basically can't make friends in real life because he don't speak the language native to that country. And so he'd be on Discord all the time. And he'd be in Twitch chats. He just needs people to talk to, friends. I really care about this kid. I've helped him financially, emotionally, all that.
But for some reason, Noor was in a call with Ak, a guy who is Tory Lane's manager, apparently, and a few other people.
Fucking a dude, will you let him f*** you?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Yo, you can have... Wait.
If I can't fuck you, I'm cutting you off.
No, yo. Suppose he's like, yo, bro, listen, yo, you always wanted me to be next to you. Now I could be inside of you. Pause.
Wow.
You tell me that
He said
there's
it's a
not another
15-year-old,
15-year-old that you could bust down? Yo, bro.
Wow.
Serious.
He dead making that little dude uncomfortable too. Damn.
So there's not another 15-year-old you could bust down.
You go to school?
It's just like, why are you talking about this with a 15 on the internet, gang? Like, what's up with you?
If Max got a sister and she threw you the box, would you smash her?
He already
And it's like, Max just has his little brother. Why would he do that to Max? He's sick.
has a sister.
Alright, if she threw you the box, would you smash her?
No, because I'm 15.
Exactly.
What that mean?
Wow.
She's above 18.
What that mean?
Okay, what does that mean?
It will be group.
It'll be what?
That has nothing to
That
do
little dude smart.
Following this, they said even crazier stuff like asking what his address was so they could send strippers to his house. Really, it was just a bunch of insane stuff to say this, especially to a kid. And none of them know this kid in real life. It's not like their little brother or little
they don't
cousin.
personally know him to be saying stuff like this, even though like, it's not wrong, but still, they're like, damn.
Like, just really strange stuff to say. Right away, Blackboy Max called Akademiks and told him he should probably apologize.
Regardless, I tell bro, yo, just apologize to Noor, take accountability, move forward.
Then I'm Dante called Noor and asked him about what happened.
Then he sent, I was deafened for most of the call. Didn't know they went that far.
Nah, don't even try that.
He wasn't. My bad for inviting you to the Discord. Don't want you feeling no way. You a cool kid, and I know we all be trolling. But the shit I heard in those clips when I was deafened wasn't cool. You good. He was speaking in basically every clip.
Yeah, like, what are you oh, no.
Apparently, a guy named Ray, who I guess is Tory Lane's manager, was talking in the clip as well, and he was saying some really crazy stuff. Following all of the backlash that was coming out, Ak tried to blame the Kendrick fans, saying that they were running a smear campaign against him because of what I said earlier. Ak was really, on Drake's side during the whole beef, and that's what he tried to pin this on.
I know people trying to make it weird, and this is why, you know, I know it ain't even Max's community. It's really like these Kendrick fans and shit like that.
Akademiks continued to say that he doesn't have a problem with Max's community. He was saying that it was just jokes and it was some big bro, little bro type of stuff, which, like I said, is crazy because, you know, Ak isn't this guy's bigger brother, you know, he's just some random old dude on the internet. Exactly. At this point, there was a bunch of streams going back and forth with a bunch of streamers hopping in and commenting on what was going on. Akademiks called out I'm Dante and insulted him along with his wife, and Dante decided to respond. At first, Akademiks seemed pretty unbothered by it and was, you know, taking responsibility to some extent, but then he just crashed out the next day on stream, going after every streamer that was talking about it.
So when I see this shit pissed me off. I'm like, bro, I'm over here fucking with these niggas, supporting them. Nigga, yo, I told Ray today, I said, bro, I almost hit Grant and said, bro, yo, fuck that. No more Max clips on my page. I'm supporting these niggas, and these niggas is kicking my back in. I get nothing from it. I don't benefit if Max go up. I don't benefit if bro, I support them because I like these guys. I support.
Nigga, why you mad we on your account because you on weird timing? This ain't got nothing to support. Stop being a weirdo. Like,
I'm in the streaming community. I want him to go up.
Following all of this, Akademiks' Twitter page that I mentioned earlier ran a smear campaign against Black Boy Max, accusing him of the same thing. All of the videos and clips Ak posted were out of context with captions that just didn't match what Max was actually doing. Throughout this whole event, Black Boy Max was really mature and didn't actually think that Ak was trying to groom this kid. He was just telling Akademiks that he should just apologize and own up to what he did. But everyone else on the internet still agreed that this was really weird, especially because of all the other weird behaviors that Akademiks has demonstrated over the years.
He's a creep, man.
And
it looks like around kids or women, even fellas.
Maybe finally realizing that Akademiks has some problems. Many people pointed out that it was insane that the kid was way more mature than all of the adults in the call. And like I said, I think this was the final nail in the coffin with people waking up to Akademiks' behavior, because he faced a ton of backlash. He got banned by Twitch, he lost his Happy Dad sponsorship, and he was also unfollowed by Stake, which, as I mentioned earlier, is probably paying him some good money. So if they cut ties too, that'll be a huge loss for DJ Akademiks. Not only are the fans outraged, but so are many people in the hip-hop community. Peter Rosenberg chimed in and said, I tried to tell the world about this guy after he attacked the women in my life for no reason. Asked his viewers to find videos of my wife. Said he would pay for anyone who could supply info. At that time, Spotify and other outlets took no issue. I'm glad some have noticed how dangerous and sick this guy is. Others like The Breakfast Club, Anthony Fantano, Sean C., Screwface John, I'm Dante, and many more have made videos calling out his recent actions. People are finally catching on to Akademiks' strange behavior. Someone on Twitter said, on some real shit, this needs to be the end of Akademiks. No more pretending he's just a little weird. This guy is a creep and should not have a platform. The final straw should have been 5 fucking straws ago. But this needs to be, for real, the final fucking straw. Once Akademiks realized how bad the backlash actually was and how upset people truly were, he backtracked and decided to apologize.
And honestly, in that court, everything I've ever said in that court got leaked. It would be crazy. Not defending it, but that's kind of the court it was. Definitely a regrettable moment. And we're going to use that as a teachable moment because I don't think I've came this far, built this platform to be that irresponsible, right? And of course I could throw out...
He apologizing because he worried about the platform. He ain't even apologizing for the kids' sake.
Any type of excuses. Oh, well, all that. At the end of the day, first of all, I'm probably older than all y'all anyway. Like, you know, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need the...
Exactly.
So I'll just take the responsibility. I should do better and will do better. And I think that's the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Should do better, will do better. I'm going to use it as a teachable moment.
But by this point, no one really cares. After realizing the patterns he's demonstrated over the years, people are tired of DJ Akademiks. They've realized that he's a liar, that he manipulates situations, and that he hasn't changed or matured as he's gotten older. Now, he may be able to continue running his news page somewhat successfully, but I'd be surprised if Akademiks as a personality sees much more success in the future. I guess only time will tell. If you like this video, you may like my video about DJ Vlad, who's another hip-hop personality who's been in his fair share of...
That's just crazy, man. What y'all think, man? We been knew he was sick, but, you know what I'm saying? As time goes, you only get exposed to more and more, especially with the internet stuff. But, yeah, that's it for reaction. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, my content. Till next time, it's your boy Geezy.